Also, we would like to ask for your attention for the emergency evacuation information for today. In the case of a fire or emergency, please follow the instructions on screen. If you are seated on the first floor, please follow the red arrows as shown on the diagram. If you are seated on the second or third floor, please follow the blue arrows on the diagram. In the case of an evacuation, please do not run and do not push each other towards the exit. Follow the emergency staff's instructions and calmly move towards the exit.
화재나 비상시에 대한 대피 동선을 안내드립니다. 1층 관람객 여러분께서는 붉은색 화살표 방향으로 2층과 3층에 계신 관람객께서는 파란색 화살표 방향으로 대피해 주시기 바랍니다. 비상 대피 시에는 뛰거나 다른 관람객을 밀치는 행동을 하지 마시고 진행 요원의 안내에 따라 비상구로 향해 주시기 바랍니다.
I hate this. Also in Quaris, it's like I asked my friends to shout because he's so.
No, it wasn't. You're not. So when did they stop talking? What's going on?
Man, you.
I thought he was hearing because everyone stopped talking.
I know, but I wasn't. Like, it could have been, I don't know.
Yeah, that this morning.
Yeah, but I never formally took a moment for it.
Full of energy, huh?
Who's going to win? What's the word?
I will. It's 05 or 06. I will tell you.
Because you got 0 at 8. Good. And then gold last year was silver.
Not last year.
I actually said it was like, Richard was like, no, it wasn't. I was like,
One, two.
1 minute.
1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Hello and welcome to the IFSC World Championships in Seoul, South Korea. And tonight it's the turn of the fastest women in the world, all vying to be crowned world champion. My name is Matt Groove and it's a pleasure to be joined by Andrea Rojas in the commentary box. Andrea, I know how close you came to the finals. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, it was super close. Kind of speed is like this. I didn't risk that much as I should, but I'm happy that...
There'll be another day, Andrea. Well, we are watching our lead speed wall here tonight. 15 metres tall, 5 degrees overhanging. And the holds, the big holds and the small holds, that's what the athletes use to get to the top in the fastest time possible. The route hasn't changed for years, and that allows them to shave off microseconds, learning new beta along the way as they attempt to race head-to-head against each other to be the first one to slap that finishing pad there. And can you see the world record down on the bottom right? 6.06 for Alexander Miroslav. And Andrea, she came so close to beating that time in qualification.
0.02. I really hope that she will do the world record now.
It might be on the line, and as she's out onto the stage, the finals are seeded fastest versus the slowest. Komayatsu is on the right-hand side, Miroslav on the left. And let's talk a bit about legacy and medals here, because at the last World Champs, she did not take the gold medal. She was the favourite by far. How much do you think that's playing into her mind right now?
I think after that, she really... did a change in her mindset, and it was definitely a new her after that. So I think she's with another mindset for sure.
Absolutely. This will be race number 2. Isis Rothborg on the left-hand side, Shaquin Zhang on the right from China. China bringing a very strong squad here to Korea.
Chinese team is always so strong.
And then next up, the next two, Yaifai Zhao, and there is Carla Martinez Vidal on the right-hand side. Yaifai Zhao looking super composed there.
I really like this presentation thing. It's a new format, and I think it gives you the opportunity to enjoy more the things that you are in finals, being presented, your country, your name.
I 100% agree with you. Talika Wuchka there, she is looking very relaxed. And then one of the stars, or up-and-coming stars, Leslie Ramirez Perez, wearing gloves. It is cold in the stadium, but this is more of a speed climber tactic, right?
I think we always try to keep warm, and with this presentation also, like, you have time and you have to keep warm.
Well, talking about Chinese stars, Li Zhuangdeng on the left-hand side. She's done it all. She is massive in her home country, but she's up against Piper Kelly on the right. She was wandering around the stadium earlier on, looking super chill, very relaxed. It's kind of her style.
It's her first finals in World Championship, and I know that she really wanted this. I hope she's enjoying every moment.
And then the next two, Mengli Zhang versus Capucine Viglione. And Capucine, she's one of those athletes, sometimes she kind of misses out, but often she's really good, and she did make finals here today.
She took time off this year. She did just 2 World Cups, and now she's back stronger. I love her to see her in finals.
Exactly, and then a star on the left-hand side, Jimmy Zhong is celebrated. She told me earlier on that she was a little nervous. Her friends and family are here. It is added pressure, isn't it? And Shishu Meng after that.
It can be a little bit of more pressure, but also like something that push you to push further.
And then the next athletes out of the final, Yuning Quinn versus Patricia Collier. Now, Patricia, I know, is a lady that you know very well.
Yeah, one of my best friends. I love her. So happy that she's in finals.
Yeah, she did well to get this far. And she's done well on the European scene this year as well, as Patricia Collier.
Yeah, sure. And she did in quali 6-8. So I'm hoping that she will be able to do her personal best today. I know she's in the best shape to do it, so crossing fingers.
Indeed, and fingers will need to be crossed for speed. Anything can happen in this format. And this is the Euroholds overall ranking that has been won by Emma Hunt. But Emma Hunt knocked out in quali. She was way down the ranking, so a bit of a shocker there.
Yeah, I didn't saw the competition. I heard about her 2 runs, and yeah, it's speed. You have to risk, and that happens.
Yeah, and this is the starting list. And to point out to everyone, Indonesia not represented at these World Championships, mainly due to injury within their squad, and they're deciding to step away from the competition here today. So the defending world champion, Desak Madrita, she cannot be a defending champion.
Yeah.
In fact, the only athlete to have got a medal in Bern is Alexandra Miroslav, and we know it was not the colour she would have wanted. So this is going to be very interesting.
Alexandra she's always going back after her defeating, stronger than ever, and I think that's her characteristic. So I really hope that today she will enjoy this competition and try to arrive to the gold medal. Yeah,
she seems to reinvent herself almost after every competition.
That's what I meant.
And I remember her in Rome when she was, she came back after the World Champs where she was very focused, very strong. Yeah. She turned up in Rome and she was smiling, laughing, joking, and climbed much better.
That's what I meant before when we were talking about her. The last World Championship really reinvented her old mindset and everything, how she prepared for a competition. So I think that was a huge example for our community.
Okay, well, all the talking, though, is irrelevant at this stage. If she slips, she's done. If she false starts, she's done. And Ren will move forward. That is how brutal speed climbing is. I'm genuinely nervous here. Like, I've just realised how sweaty I am here. This is a full-on moment.
That's what we love about speed.
Oh, God, I don't know how you do it. I'm looking through like pinched fingers here. I don't really want to see the screen. Okay, let's focus up here. Alexandra Miroslav, the current world record champion, 6.06, up against Ren Koyamatsu, 7.18. Big difference on paper. Here we go, our first race of this evening.
Ready?
Right, it's a clean start. Alexandra Miroslav is fast. Can she keep it together? And a big slip from Ren. She's done. Alexandra just needs to finish as she does. Job done on the first round.
And Ren just falls from her attempt. I know that feeling when you are the last into finals. It's amazing to do finals, but you're going with the first one, so you know that you have to risk a lot, and that sometimes makes you just do mistakes.
Yeah, she was really up against it for sure. That was a big slip. She did well not to actually fall off the wall, managed to recover, but Alexandra did what she needed to do.
Yeah.
It was a big one, that.
Enola just flowing into the wall.
Her top section is something to behold.
Yes.
She's often quite slow off the blocks, but then she just builds that speed.
Her last part is one of the fastest of the world, so it's just amazing to see her.
100%. Now, let's talk about top sections, because Isis Rothwell comes out. She is one of the only athletes doing what the men do at the top. Just explain how impressive that is. Yeah.
She's not taking the 19 hold, so she's practically doing one arm pull up both times, 2 times, and then going to the bottom directly. She's been improving that beta so much, and today she's on fire.
Yeah, it's starting to pay off. She's up against Shaquin Zhang, though, who is faster on paper, more experienced at this. So Isis on the left-hand side is up against it. So here we go, second race of the night. It's a fast start by Shaquin Zhang. Isis Rothwell is coming back. Isis hesitates. Shaquin Zhang should take this one easily, and yes, she does. Another slip.
Yeah, speed is this line between risking too much and trying to get that flow, and for sure she had to risk it, and it's a shame, but I think she has to be super proud about being in finals in the World Championship, and her performance this morning was so amazing, so I'm proud of you, Isis.
Yeah, she looked down at her feet sort of accusingly there. Let's see the slip again in slow motion. Oh, it was it was miles off.
It was too high. Yeah, sometimes that happens. When you push too much, you're too high, and then the foots are not precise.
So a big slip from Isis. She is knocked out of the first round, and we move on. Yaifei Zhao on the left-hand side, and Carla Vidal Martinez. Now, Carla, you know, again, younger athlete coming through.
Carlita, vamos.
Very exciting to see her compete at this stage, especially at this stage in her career. Okay, so another race. Perfect descent, the auto belay used for this competition. Fei Zhao turn 6.39 versus a 7.00 PB.
Ready?
Well, it's a good race by both. Carla slightly ahead at this stage. Can Carla hold it together? No, Fei Zhao now comes back at her. It's all Fei at the top. Carla had such a good beginning to that race, but she couldn't quite maintain it.
Fei is so strong. She's super constant. All these years, she managed to be super constant in 6.5, 6.3. So it was a really hard run, but Carla can be proud to be in finals, and her start was so good.
Yeah, it was really good. She was ahead through here.
Super close.
It was there. She had actually a bit of a sort of a reachy left-hand move.
It's like a little stop in the middle, and the last part of Fei is so strong, so hard to...
You haven't stopped smiling, by the way, this entire broadcast. It is so good to watch, isn't it? There are some of our coaches. Team USA on the left-hand side. Josh, you're on the screen. Everyone working very hard. Okay, now Natalia Karuchka, Polish athlete number 2, up against Leslie Romero-Perez, and you've got your head in your hands, so I presume Leslie is on your favourite list.
It's also one of my best friends, so I'm cheering for her, but I know this run will be super close.
Yeah, Leslie looks determined on the right-hand side. She's focused on someone in the audience, takes a deep, deep breath there. But Natalia Karuchka has done it all, seen it all, has competed in the biggest of stages.
So strong.
6.44 versus 6.86. Can Team Poland get another athlete through to the next round here? Aggressive hammering of the pad there from Natalia Karuchka. Well, it's a slow start from her. Leslie has caught up. Look at this from Leslie. Can she keep it at the top? I don't know. No, not quite. Oh, she knew how close she was there.
Leslie was so good at the beginning and stopped a little bit on the half of the wall. I would like to see the replay, but it was so close, run.
Yeah, it was. I thought for a moment she was going to keep it together there, but couldn't quite manage it. And Leslie leaves the stage.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Tell us what happened, do you think?
Yeah, in the middle jump, Leslie had a little stop. It's like sometimes when you are too fast, you get not uncoordinated with your hands or foot, and sometimes you have to stop to regain the coordination.
Okay, Li Deng on the left-hand side, Piper Kelly on the right. You saying first finals at a world champ, so this is a big moment for her.
And also Piper is doing the different beta at the end, and she has improved that a lot in this season, so in training she's so strong, and I hope that she will be able to give her best. And Deng is incredible.
Yeah, she is incredible. She's just so composed, so strong. And look how powerful she looks here tonight. That lady has been in the gym, I tell you. So here we go. Li Deng on the left, 6.18. Piper Kelly on the right, 7.02. But it's fast from Piper Kelly. Li Deng, though, now starts to draw ahead. Oh, a little hesitation on the left, but Piper as well. Hang on a sec. No! I thought there was going to be an upset at the top. But eventually Li Deng comes through. And so far, no surprises in this women's final as all the favourites move forward. But Deng had to work for that one.
Yeah, Deng had a good start, and then they were close because of the stop of Deng, and then at the end.
Okay, well, Piper Kelly leaves. Let's see this again. Piper Kelly fought hard throughout that run. Deng had to just pull out a little bit more gas perhaps than she wanted to. 6.67 was fast. Yeah, smooth at the top from Lee Jong-deng. Job done in the first round, and a little nod of satisfaction to herself there. As our crowd have been enjoying things. It's pouring with rain outside of the stadium, so thank you to everyone who has braved the rain to get here. Okay, Capucine, let's see if her comeback is worth it, but she's up against Ningyi Zhang here. Capucine from Team France.
Allez, Capu.
Team China have been dominant in every race they've taken part in so far. Can Capucine upset the balance here? 6.78, 6.68. So Capucine, perhaps the favourite, but Ningyi Zhang, as I said, he's just seemed to be riding this wave of momentum from Team China right now.
Ready?
Right, it's fast from Capucine. Look at that, snatching at the hold, and look at that driving upwards. But comeback from Ningyi Zhang. Wow, what a top section from her. That was unreal at the end.
Capu had such a good start, and then at the end she lost rhythm. And Zhang was so precise and flowy in all the run.
Yeah, she won't have been distracted because she wouldn't have seen Capucine particularly easily, but she was in real trouble here. Let's see it again. Hard to tell from that angle, but Capucine, yeah, was the rhythm. Look, she lost it twice. Two little bump kicks, and that was it, done for her. And I think I said she didn't know, maybe she did, because that was a big celebration from her there. Yeah, Capucine just wasn't as smooth as she should have been on that run, and she knows it straight away. There are Team France, the boulders.
Boulder team.
Oh, the team in the house.
Here.
The Gat Calais in the middle. Didn't get the message about the French gear, clearly. Okay, Jimin Zhong gets a big reaction from this crowd. Xixi Meng. Now Meng won gold medal in China less than a week ago, a bit more than a week ago. And this teenager is up and coming, and she is up against the home favourite. Oh my goodness, what a race this could be. So this could be an important one in terms of progression and in terms of this crowd here who are going to be really cheering on Jimin Zhong, but she is up against it. What a tough draw this is.
Ready?
Okay, well, both are fast. Jimin Zhong is behind though at the moment. Now she's starting to pull back. Is Meng in some trouble? She is at the moment. Can Zhong take it? Yes, Zhong does take it. Wow. Well,
Jimin can dream about the podium.
Jimin Zhong takes victory up against it, and this crowd will breathe a sigh of relief because she was in, could have been a lot of trouble there. And she breaks this sort of Chinese lock and knocks out the gold medalist from Guyang, who is clearly disappointed. And look at that top from her, 6.55 as well is fast. Jimin Zhong told me earlier on today that I was asking her about how she's got so good this year, what was different. And she just told me she's been in the gym more. She's just been lifting more weights, strength and conditioning, and just, improved that side of her game, and clearly it's paying off it. Okay, another deep breath for Andrea next to me, because one of her best friends is out. Patricia Colli is up against Yume Quinn. Patricia, always a personality on stage and off stage.
Yeah. Olivia.
Focused from Beatrice, staring out. Same for Yume Quinn. Both athletes almost mirror images of each other here.
Ready?
Well, it's very fast from Patricia Colli, who's ahead at the moment. She's half a body ahead, but there was a little stumble. Quinn might take this at the very end, and she is.
So close!
Oh, there was just a little bit of a hesitation there from Patricia Colli, and that cost her so dear. That could have been anyone's game. She was ahead for three-quarters of that race, I think.
Yeah.
And Patricia with a scream of frustration at the top there. Let's see it again. Yeah, she was ahead here.
Third.
Where was the moment? There, it was just a little tiny pause with the right leg, maybe.
Yeah, I think on the middle jump she could have been a little bit faster, but her top was super good, so close.
Well, she's
So
walking
close.
rather slowly off the edge of the stage. You got a feel for these speed athletes all year. There's Team China, yeah. Yeah, you got to feel for. I mean, you too, because all year this is obviously the main sort of event this year, and it can be over in a click.
So fast. Yeah, that's speed. You work so hard for 6-7 seconds.
Oh, this is the quarterfinals here. Pretty much all of the favourites going in. Jimin Zhong perhaps upsetting things, but she's a favourite in terms of taking a podium here. Okay, well, we will have a little bit of a pause here as we reset for our quarterfinals. Round of 16 done. And remember, we're heading towards the semi-finals and eventually the gold medal race, bronze medal race, as we look to crown our champions. Okay, well, we're looking at our speed holds now on our speed wall and the audience that have filled this auditorium. And Andrea, maybe you can talk a little bit about how to get into speed climbing, because, you know, people talk about boulder and lead quite a lot, but, you know, what's the best path if you're a young athlete watching this and you think, oh, I need to give this a go?
I think the adrenaline of the speed is incredible, and you can find that in the other disciplines. And something that is also, when you are super perfectionist, this is your discipline, you know, because on the technical part you have to work so much into details that you have to try again and try to do as much perfection as you can. And the explosiveness and the power is so good. And I think the best thing of speed is when you have to compete with another one and try to just enjoying that adrenaline.
Well, if you are just joining us, welcome to Seoul, South Korea. We are here for the women's speed final. Men's tomorrow. And earlier on today, we had the paraclimbing, or first half of the paraclimbing final. Okay, the judges are ready, the audience are ready, the athletes are about to be queued into the stadium as we begin our quarter-final. So, here we go. The next race has been called. Alexandra Miroslav up against Shakwin Zhang. Can the Olympic champion, the world record holder, can she progress towards a potential world championship here, or will it all end? Shakwin Zhang will certainly try to put a stop to her charge. Another big race here, big moment. So we take a deep breath here in the box. I hope you do at home, and certainly the athletes are. You can see the Olympic rings on Alexandra's arm. Here we go.
Ready?
Well, it's very fast from Shakwin Zhang. Alexandra a little bit slow. Now she's starting to accelerate. There was a fumble there, but boy, as she pulled that back. Alexandra, 6.3. Wow. Fast from Alexandra Miroslav there.
I can't imagine what she's thinking about in every run, because I think she wants to win, but she also wants to do the world record. And sometimes you ask also, Sam, what would you prefer? Like, are you searching more for the breaking the limits of all the community, or trying to get that precious gold medal?
I mean, I guess if I was being devil's advocate, I'd say that records can be broken, but medals can't be taken.
Whoa!
if I was an athlete, that's where I'd be going for it.
Bam, I love that phrase.
We're going to use that one? There we go. All right, next race out, Yaifei Zhao versus Natalia Kawuchka on the right-hand side. The starting pad where the athletes stand, that is also registers full starts. That's down at the bottom. And Natalia Kawuchka has this interesting technique where she stamps on the pad, which is as much ritual as it's probably a little bit of gamesmanship as well there. Doesn't hurt to distract your opponent.
I think we all have these little things that we do to feel prepared,
yes.
And that's what she did.
And that happens to be her as well. Let's see if she does it again. I've only just noticed it because it's
she
on
does
right on the audio.
it every time. Yeah,
there we go. Everyone's got a ritual. Here we go. Okay, well, Yifei Zhao is very fast off the box. Natalia Kuch coming back at her at the top there. It should be Yifei Zhao's, and it is just about, yeah.
The start of Natalia wasn't so good. I think she took the 3 not so good, and then she lost. She tried to regain the speed, but it wasn't enough. And as I said before, Yifei is just so constant this season.
Yeah, she is indeed. She's just on it. And a lot of athletes have actually said that to me, of how good she's looking this year. It's certainly a big one.
And I was searching because I saw also Alexandra Kalushka this morning, but she didn't compete. I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. There's quite a few athletes, I think, at this stage in the season who have little injuries. Perhaps they've decided just to take a step back. It's also a very long season this year.
Yes. Like, yeah, this year we started with China.
Yeah, back in April.
In April, and until now.
Okay, 2 Chinese teammates up against each other right now. Li Deng versus Mingli Zhang. Li Deng, the more veteran athlete here, chalking up the shoes as the Chinese athletes do. See, that was a little ritual there, a little spin. So here we go.
Ready?
All right, it's fast from both now, absolutely neck and neck at the moment. Li Deng is coming back at her. Megli had a big lead, that's cost her a bit of momentum, and yes, Li Deng. There was a very weird moment from Zhang in the middle, which kind of leapt sideways.
It seemed that she was able to be first in the middle of the run, and then Deng is just, her end is also so good.
Yeah, the teammates shake hands. It was good to see, but Li Deng absolutely getting it done here. Let's see if we can see this. There.
Yeah.
It was kind of half slip,
She kind of slipped.
Yeah.
It seemed.
She slipped and went with the bear. I don't know.
Okay.
It was like,
it wasn't a slip, but just like a.
It was like a Super Mario sideways jump. That's the only way I can describe it. She sort of shifted a few pixels to the left on the screen. All right, well, Team China progress their athletes forward in the standings here. Looking slightly nervous, and then Jimin Zhong runs on here, and she's up against Yumei Quinn. So Jimin Zhong up against the Chinese athlete and the favourite here, well, the crowd's favourite, I should say. She's looking relaxed, you got to say, for someone who's got all this pressure on her. But look at those PBs; it's almost identical. Oh, this is an Alpha one. This could be interesting.
Ready?
Okay, here we go. Jimin Zhong is ahead at the moment. Yumei Quinn is behind. Jimin Zhong has been cheered by the crowd and does take it again. A 6.36. You start to feel a little bit of the magic in the air here with this one. Wow, that is a big moment for Jimin Zhong, who will face Li Deng in the next round.
And so close to her PB, she's getting the rhythm.
That means that our knockout races are done. Next race will be for the bronze medal or gold medal races. So quick in speed, and especially with this single format, women and men's, it's barely 8:30.
But for competing, I really like this format because you have your own space and your more time, more space to warm up, so it's nice.
I agree with Andrea. It's lovely just to focus, isn't it? Okay, well, in a minute, the athletes will be brought out onto the stage to be reintroduced, the ones who have got this far. And this is an important moment, isn't it, Andrea? Because, I mean, if you are good enough to get to this stage in a competition, you deserve to be celebrated.
Yeah.
And I think in a sport that's this quick, to take a moment and slow things down just a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it's also important, especially when you're in finals, to try to connect with the public. and with the environment, it takes you more to the present, and in speed you have to be present. So at least that's how I see it every time that I'm competing. I'm trying to enjoy the environment.
Yeah, exactly. There's that famous Top Gun quote, which is, if you think you're dead, and it's a bit like that in speed. If you think about other things, you know, your mind is distracted, you could be in some real trouble. All right, well, we wait for our presentation. The audience wait as well here. As I said, pouring with rain outside the stadium, but inside it's nice and cool for the athletes. This was used as a gymnastic venue back in the Olympics in 1998, I want to say. 88. Not 98, 88. So yes, this venue has some history, and it really is beautiful. There's a sort of a metal structure above our heads. And the focus, of course, are on these three giant walls: speed, boulder and lead. We've moved from outside, where the qualification took place, for boulder and lead, to inside from now on. Thank goodness, just in time for the rain. And Andrea, as an athlete, what's going on right now behind the scenes that we're not seeing while they wait to be presented?
Pure focus. Concentration.
Well, you can see it. Alexandra with a slither of a smile, that she's staying in the zone here. At this point, you've done the scary part. Okay, you're not going to be knocked out immediately. However, obviously, at this point in the comp, you might as well go all the way. No one wants to go to the bronze medal.
You want to win at this point.
Yeah, one of four who could potentially win. Ji Min-jong looking the loosest out of the four in terms of her relaxation.
Yeah, Jimin had a 2024 season kind of hard. She was so close to qualify to Paris, but she didn't. And as you see, she's one of the fastest of the world. So I think it is, again, speed is so hard on you that you have to reinvent the way that you're doing comps. It teaches you some important things also for life.
Agreed, Andrea. I love your philosophy in this, and of course Andrea is working as a coach as well. So for a lead and boulder athlete.
Yeah, Valentina from Argentina. She was so close to doing semis in lead. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, you should be. She was one space away from that lead semi-final spot, so it's coming. Okay, well, the athletes right now will be taking jumpers off, keeping loose, keeping limber backstage, getting ready for this next race. And after our last pause here, as we just watched some of the replays, Alexandra Miroslav looking good so far. Hasn't put a foot wrong. And this is her teammates getting knocked out of the competition. And two teammates against each other here. 6.46, the times all hovering around that 6.5 mark and below.
And Jimin is flowing today.
She is, isn't she? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to jinx it, but she's looking good. She has got. She's just, there seems to be something.
Yeah, like
a little special. Yeah.
Free, you know.
Which is interesting considering the pressure she's under. You know, you would think it would tighten you up, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
Sometimes that's the way. My coaches says that speed is easy, like to remember that sometimes we focus and we think too much about all the stuff, and
yeah, it's easy to forget that it's meant to be fun and you need flow. You know, with all the disciplines in climbing, flow is important. It's the same here. Okay, Alexandra Miroslav needs to find the flow one more time here, but oh, is she up against it? Yaifei Zhao, one of the toughest draws in this competition, I think. Alexandra composed on the left. Yaifei Zhao chalks up her shoes on the right. Two big figures in women's speed climbing up against each other. The loser will go into the bronze medal race. The winner will win silver or gold. Well, the lights go green, and it's a fast start from Yifei Zhao. Alexandra has a little hesitation, manages to pull it back, and it's going to be Alexandra with a 6.2. So very, very close. And what a fast time from her.
She wants the gold.
Alexandra Miroslav moves into the gold medal race. And that is job done for Alexandra.
This is important. At the last World Championship, she lost this run. So that's why I think her face of happiness. Now she can just push. We want the gold and the record.
All right, it's all done, isn't it? Apart all the hard bit for Alexandra Miroslav. Yifei Zhao will go into the bronze medal race. Still a chance for a medal, of course. And I think if you said to any athlete at the start of the competition, would you take a medal at the end of this? They'd say yes, absolutely. So it's a huge achievement. There are some legends down there. Okay. Oh, this is another big one. Okay, Jimin Zhong versus Li Deng for the second place in our gold medal race. And there are the crowds screaming at Jimin Zhong. For the first time, Jimin Zhong actually does look a bit nervous there. That is literally, my heart skipped a little bit when I saw that, because I think she realised what's about to happen or could happen. Oh, my heart is beating. Okay, Li Deng on the left-hand side. She is the favourite, 6.18 as well, PB. Jimin Zhong will have to do something massive here if she's going to progress.
Ready?
Right, it's not a full start, it's a clean for both. Jimin Zhong has a huge slip, and that could be it, and it is it for her. Li Deng takes it there. Jimin Zhong won't progress, but what a performance from Li Deng, who moves forward. And there was just something different. We were talking about the relaxation. It seemed to suddenly evaporate for Jimin Zhong in that one.
Of course, if you're fighting for a gold medal, for a medal, it's hard. She knew she had to push, and sometimes you anticipate the food, as it happened to her after the Tomoa. She tried to push before the food arrived, and again 2 times. That's when you're trying to do your PB.
Yeah, it's so difficult when you lose momentum once. It's very easy to do it a second time, and I think the second slip was a product of the first one. Jimin Zhong knocked out, but still has a chance to get on the podium here. But we know the order of the athletes. So it will be Alexandra Miroslav versus Li Deng for the gold or silver. Yifei Zhao versus Jimin Zhong for the bronze or 4th place. Wow, well, another little pause in proceedings here while we reset our brains for the final race. The fastest athletes in the world will be going head-to-head in a couple of minutes as we try to find our first speed climbing world champion in this Seoul World Championships of 2025. So, Andrea, it's been an interesting round. No huge surprises, I would say. We haven't had one of those races like we did back in Bern when, Alexandra got knocked out or something crazy happened. But it's been fast, close racing. No full start so far. And what's next for you, Andrea, after this? Because obviously the season stops now. It must be weird having competed for so long this year to sort of step away from it.
Yeah, I have to figure out if I will compete at the Pan American Cup. That will be at the end of November. But if not, the season is over for me. I really need a rest. My body, I have a shoulder injury again, so I have to recover from it and focus into the next season.
Yeah, the Pan Ams is always an exciting one for you, and of course you've had big success there before. Yeah,
last year I won, finally. The first gold in my career. I did so many podiums, but finally did the gold. So.
Yeah, it was a wonderful moment, Andrea. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Well, welcome to the fastest stadium in Seoul. The women's speed climbing competition is here. Some of the coaches down at the front waiting nervously, as are some of the teammates of the athletes who will be competing in a couple of minutes. We have fought our way from qualification, the round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and now it's time to find out who will win the first of our gold medals for speed. And Andrea, predictions at this point, as Team Italy sit and chill. Predictions at this point, Alexander versus Lee Jung-Deng. I mean, look, you can't look beyond Alexander here, but Lee Jung-Deng is just a bit of a machine.
Deng is a machine for sure. So it will be super close, and you never know. You can have a favorite, but you never know.
And we can see some of our lead and boulderers there. Seon So down on the left-hand side, one of the stars of the Korean, and then a certain overall Euroholds title and an Olympic gold medalist, Mr. Alberto, from Spain. Chinese coach there. He must be feeling a little bit nervous. I can't even imagine. I don't know how you coaches do coaching. I really don't.
I feel it's worse than doing the comp itself. Watching is... You can't do anything.
Exactly, you just have to watch.
If you're an athlete, you're controlling a lot of stuff. But if you're a coach, you're just there waiting and stressing out.
Yeah, waiting and stressing out is exactly that. I mean, it's like being in the commentary box, except at least we can talk about it, I guess. Yeah, the athletes are preparing themselves right now backstage. Again, trying to keep loose, trying to keep limber. They arrived very early this morning, actually, here in the stadium for the warm-up for practice. Practice taking place before the qualification, so the athletes get a chance to have some runs on the speed wall that they'll be racing on. Qualifications is not a race, it's against the clock, fastest times progress, and that is our warm-up wall backstage. And you can see the speed holds on the right-hand side, a little bit weirdly out of focus, but I'm pretty sure there is only one of each hold. And that is the warm-up area, and we are in front of that stage. And this is the background. Well, seconds away right now as we wait for the athletes to come onto the stage so we can give away our gold medal in a couple of seconds. Well, Team USA are ready down at the front. Some of our important people within the IFSC there sit and wait. And you can imagine what it's like here in the stadium as everyone focuses in on the lit speed wall in the middle. Of course, all those nerves and emotions that come with watching your athletes and your team compete are here. It's nice to see so many boulderers and lead climbers in the building. They don't compete tomorrow. It's the sort of a repeat of today. In the morning, it's the practice and qualifications for speed men, and then the second half of the paraclimbing competition before, in the evening, of course, the men's speed
Are we going
finals.
to see a world record in men's too?
Sam Watson might be on it, isn't he?
About it.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be going for that. So here we go, the athletes are cued. Our bronze medal race on the line. Jimin Zhong going for the bronze medal that she's up against Yaifei Zhao for this one. Jimin Zhong looked for the first time nervous in the race before. It seemed to affect her. But can she have found some more relaxation here now? It's a big race for the Korean athlete here to take a World Championship medal or not, but Yaifei Zhao will be doing everything in her power to try to prevent her. Right, it's fast from Jimin Zhong. Yaifei Zhao coming up. Jimin Zhong with a little hesitation. No, it's absolutely neck and neck. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Yaifei Zhao. Yaifei Zhao with the bronze medal. And Jimin Zhong.
So Jimin is just enjoying it.
Yeah, there she is. She knows there's a little bit of a smile. It wasn't going to be the fairy tale we thought it might be earlier on, but fair play to Yaifei Zhao, up against the favourite to take that medal.
Good time for both and such clean runs both. I like this final.
Yeah, it was nice, and you could see the comradeship between the two athletes. It was a very, very fast one. Look how close those times were. We have to go to the second decimal point to decide it.
I love that feeling when you're so close and then you don't know who wins until you see the time.
Look at the celebration as those lights turn green. Team China having fun.
Chun, chun, chun.
So here we go. Will the Olympic champion, will the world record holder finally claim the world championship after missing out in Bern 2023? Or can Lee Zhuang-Deng do something about that? Can she stop the champion to her left? This is going to be a huge race, and the nerves and atmosphere tense here in the stadium. Big moment for both these athletes. 6.06 PB versus a 6.18 close. Alexandra having one last word to herself. Lee Zhuang-Deng closes her eyes and refocuses.
Ready?
It's a fast start from Alexandra Miroslav, and she needs all the energy she can get. She's up against it right now. Lee Zhuang-Deng might come back at him. No! It is going to be Alexandra Miroslav and the world record.
The gold! Wow! That's what we all wanted.
So that is the gold medal and a world record for Alexandra Miroslav.
Such a perfect finish.
What more can this lady do in her career? She's absolute perfection on a speed
Record
walk.
World Championship. Wow.
Well, 6.03 smashes the world record.
And with that, Alexandra
Unbelievable. And look at her reaction when she saw the time. Lee Zhuang-Deng was fast as well, 6.22. One of the fastest times of the night.
Yeah, true.
But she was up against a lady who time and again has shown that despite any adversity that comes into her path, she literally speeds over the top of it.
It seems that she was waiting for this moment to just push and show us how the world record gets broken.
What a moment in speed climbing that is. There is confirmation of it. 6.03 is the new world record, and she is a new world champion here tonight. Lee Zhuang-Deng takes the silver. What a performance from her, fighting all the way with a 6.22. And then the bronze medal goes to Yaifei Zhao with a 6.34 and Jimmy Zhong 6.38. Well, Andrea, what a comp that was. It lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing that you could ever dream as a speed climber, to do the record and win the gold in the last run. Like, couldn't be better for Miroslav.
Well, the flower ceremony now, where the athletes are awarded the first of a few trophies before, of course, the podiums will come and the main trophy and medals will be given away. A chance for the athletes to celebrate with the crowd here. And what a moment. What a moment for Alexandra Miroslav that will be. Unbelievable. And the first of the presentations here taking place. Of course, earlier on we gave away lots of medals in the paraclimbing competition. You can go and watch that on YouTube if you'd like to see all of the action from this afternoon.
As we wait briefly for our athletes to get ready to re-enter on stage, you can review today's match results on the screen at the center of this stage. Once again, we would like to remind everyone that Alexandra Miroslav has set a new record.
Yes, that new world record being reminded to our audience.
Category.
As if we needed reminding. Andrea next to me, Lady jumped out of her chair when that happened. It was super, super close. Andrea, how fast can the women be? I know that's almost an impossible question, but do you reckon there's a lot of margin in it, or is it becoming very small now?
I think the women with the new betas arriving and how the level is growing up, women could do 5 seconds for sure. And Alexandra today was so close.
So close indeed. Well, the flowers are given. Yaifei Zhao with the bronze medal race. Congratulations. Sorry, bronze medal. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations.
Lee Zhuang-Deng, the flowers for silver.
And last but
Alexandra
definitely not
Miroslav
least, our winner, the first place winner tonight, who will
Takes the
be
gold.
representing Poland, Alexandra Miroslav. Once again, thank you.
I tell you what, Andrea, should we say goodbye to you so you can go and see your friends? Well, listen, Andrea, thank you for joining me here tonight. And I know that you are in two minds about a few things in the career, but I, for one, really hope we see you next year and beyond, because the world is not ready for you to leave speed climbing yet. Don't go too far into the coaching world, please.
We will see, we will see. Thank you
indeed.
for this opportunity, man.
Always, Andrea. Thank you very
In just
much,
a
and we'll
short
see you very
moment,
soon.
We will commence with the official award ceremony to commemorate the women's speed finals at the IFSC Climbing World Championships Seoul 2025. We thank you for your patience.
잠시 후 여자 스피드
Well, the award ceremony will
결승전에
take
대한
place in a
시상식을
couple of
진행할
minutes here.
예정입니다. 여러분 잠시만 더
On the
자리를
way to, as the podium is
지켜주시고
being
박수로
built.
우리 선수들을 축하해 주시기 바랍니다.
And we will just pause here while we wait for the podiums. And a reminder to everyone, you can watch the World Climbing Club for free on YouTube. Our behind-the-scenes show where we have interviews, all the results and highlights, of course, and
Congratulations.
lots of other extra
This is your
special
third world
content.
title.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
So go and check that show out.
I can just say that this one is special. After the Olympics, it's like the next year is kind of tough for every athlete who took place in the Olympics. So I'm really happy that, you know, hard work pays off.
I don't know if it was just me, but you kind of looked really happy after the semi-final. Is that because of what happened in the last World Championships?
Yeah, on the last two World Championships I was fat, but to be honest, I didn't think about it. I just be now and here in the present and focus for my next step. So yeah, I was happy, and then I was, you know, I was happy because I was in big final. So that's huge.
And in the qualification, you were way faster than everyone else and close to your world record time, and then you beat it in the final. Did you know you were going to do that?
No, I mean, since I broke first world record, I never have thought about the world records. I just run and do my job. And for me, the most pressure thing is titles than the records. So here I just focus to, like, you know, win every single run.
And can we go under 6?
We'll see.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. And
Thank
enjoy
you.
your title.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, if you are just joining us, welcome to the podiums for the IFSC World Champions Speed Final. The athletes have been racing against each other all day. We've had the knockout stages until finally the athletes were left with just one option: gold, silver, bronze or fourth, and we discovered who our podium finishers would be. And in a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds should be, the athletes will be announced onto the stage and we can celebrate them properly in front of our crowd here tonight. And over the next couple of days, remember, we have the second half of the paraclimbing finals, the second half of the speed finals with the men in action before we turn our attention to boulder and lead, before we finish on Sunday night for the end of the able-bodied IFSC season, although of course there is one more World Cup to come for the paraclimbers in Laval, France after that. So here we go, the athletes
Ladies
brought
and
out
gentlemen,
onto the stage
welcome to the award
and
ceremony
introduced
for
to
the
our
IFSC
audience.
Mining World Championship
And our
Seoul
world champion in the middle
2025.
strides forward, and she should be proud of herself. Not only a world champion, but also breaking her own world record, setting a blistering time of 6.03. Which you've got to say is going to take some beating from the rest of the field, who aren't really anywhere close to Alexander Miroslav.
Vice President and accompanied by Jong-hyun Kim, Director at the Brand Strategy Department of the Shinhan Financial Group.
메달 시상자를 소개합니다. IFSC 부회장 토르 코비나타, 시상품 시상자를 소개드립니다. 신한금융그룹 김종현 부장.
And now, our bronze medalists, representing China, Yafei Zhou.
동메달 중국의 정나태.
Wei Zhou, congratulations to her. A bear keyring. Interesting trophy. Interesting trophy. I like it. I like it. Outside of the box career. Well done. Bronze medal for her.
And next, your silver medalist, also representing China, Li Juan-deng.
Li Juan-deng smiles and celebrates that silver medal. And finally, the gold medal for Alexandra Miroslav. She's done it all already in her career, and this is another momentous moment for her. Our new world champion, our new record holder, Alexandra Miroslav, is your hero here tonight.
여러분, 폴란드 국가 연주가 있겠습니다. 가능하신 분들은 자리에서 일어나 주시기 바랍니다.
Well, as the last notes ring through the stadium, congratulations to Alexander Miroslav for a fantastic gold medal here tonight. Tomorrow we do it all again as we turn our attention to the men's competition. World records might be shattered there again with Sam Watson racing tomorrow. But for now, we will allow the celebrations for these women to continue into the night. And thank you to everyone who worked behind the scenes to make this competition happen, and congratulations to all the athletes who raced and worked so hard over the months to bring us these incredible moments that we witnessed here this evening. It lived up to the hype, it lived up to the talk. And Alexander Miroslav is a champion again. We'll be back, of course, for more action over the next couple of days here in Seoul, South Korea. Thank you to Andrea Rojas, my co-commentator. My name is Matt Groom, and it's been a pleasure calling all of the action for you, and I'll see you tomorrow to do it all again. Good night.